Help support the companies that support our community. So some of you may have been on the live last week and remember that I tried to make a yo-yo and it wouldn't work. So I mentioned that I was going to try and figure out a different project to actually use the two pieces to inlay them in. So here we go. So I'm going to make a lidded box. This is a piece of maple, and on the lid I'm going to inlay one of the halves of the yo-yo with the honeycomb on it. So I'm just going to turn down a tenon so that I can grab it in the chuck, and that way we can shape the outside of it and start hollowing out the inside. This is a spindle gouge, and the lathe speed is about 2,500 RPMs. Now that I have the tenon set, I can go ahead and start hollowing it out with the number 1 hollower. I ran through all the grits here up to 600, and then I'll flip it around and take the foot off and then go back through all the grits as I work my way back up towards the top to finish it off. So this is one half of the yo-yo. So I had to put that little bolt on there because the hole, I had parted it off, so the hole didn't go down in there very far. So I was trying to figure out with the bolt and the washers how much I could leave sticking out. So I just went ahead and returned this and took off just the very top of it and kept that honeycomb inlay piece, and then I'll put that in the top of the lid later on. And that is the same honeycomb stuff that Zach Higgins makes for the bottle stopper blanks. So I just put a tenon on it, and then I'll recess using that tenon down into the top of the lid. I grabbed another piece for the lid, so it's the same type of wood. I just cut up 2 pieces for it, and I'll use just a little bit of this for the lid. And I did the same process with this piece. I went ahead and trued it up, put a tenon on it so I could grab it in the chuck. We're going to work on the inside of the lid first. Going to make sure that recess fits the tenon on the base, and then flip it around and use the jaws to expand them and finish off the top of it. No, this isn't mustard. It's Type Bond 2 wood glue. And I just put it in a mustard bottle because it's easier to get it out. Well, most of the time, apparently, I should have flipped the bottle upside down before I got started. And as far as the finish goes, I'm just using the Doctor's walnut oil. And I usually sand with this, but because I was going back and forth and fitting everything, I just didn't want to put it on while I was working on it. So I got waited till I was all done and then just coated the base and the lid. There we go. The walnut oil is all dry, and again, it is out of maple. It's 4.5 inches tall, 3.5 inches in diameter, and I have the honeycomb inlaid in the top of it. So the yo-yo I did on the live, the wood was kind of light too, so I'm not sure if that had something to do with it. And then I didn't sand the back of it that much, so I think the string was hanging on it, up on it, and then it just wasn't heavy enough too. Because I had done one, I don't know, probably a month or so ago, and it worked just fine. But anyway, it makes a cool little inlay, and I have another piece that I will set aside and use in another project someday. But it was fun. I really enjoy making lidded boxes. It's one of my favorite things. They are a lot of fun to make. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. Everybody take care, and we will see you next week.